What's up, Naruto fans? This is Reese,
It's Chris here.
This is
and
Raphael.
this is Naruto chapter 604. Meet again, and then. So, Chris, you want to give us a quick
All right,
breakdown?
sure thing. So basically, we get a little more explanation this week, and not a lot, but we got a little bit more. So it's slowly starting to tie things together. So basically, the chapter starts out. Obito is in his new Iron Man costume. Basically, oh no, he fused with Spiral Zetsu basically to give him a more older form, which would make things make sense later on anyway. So he actually proceeds to punch the boulder, freeing himself, and then Madara actually wakes up at this point and says, are you going? And then he says yes, but he thanks him and says, I'm gonna thank you now because I probably won't be coming back. And then Madara's like, you'll be back, trust me, you love me. But then so he grabs a coat, and then because he doesn't want to run around naked, so he grabs a coat, he jumps out, and then him and Sparrow Zetsu are talking. Sparrow Zetsu is saying, your body's quite weak right now. Basically, the only reason why you're kind of keeping up is because I'm your body at the moment. So I think you should let me fight. Then Obito says, no, I want to fight because two Sharingans are better than one. Basically, he believes that with him and Kakashi together, their combination will make them stronger. And then he gets a weird vision basically of Rin dying, and then he eventually arrives on the scene to see Kakashi, piercing Rin with a Sharingan. And then obviously there's no explanation to why this happened. We all know that Kakashi wouldn't willingly kill Rin, so there must be more to the story. But then obviously that kind of got Obito enraged, and then we have to wait to see what happens next chapter. So you can tell by my breakdown that there wasn't a lot that happened in this chapter, really. It was a lot of, padding, a lot of fluff, basically to kind of pad the chapter out to make things last a bit longer. But there was still some good bits on the inside. So we're gonna give a breakdown now.
So, Raf, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really like the chapter, but it's kind of conflicted. I liked it, but didn't like it.
You're disappointed, basically, innit?
It was. I was impressed that it showed a bit
But
more.
you
Like,
wanted
obviously,
more.
with
Because,
yeah,
like, what they showed
exactly.
wasn't
It
enough, man.
was
It's like a tease. It's like, why are you
Mm.
yeah.
teasing, man? Carry on. Come on, show some more.
I mean, it's kind of like yeah, Rin being killed. Everyone kind of knew that. I think everyone might have had some sort of suspicion it was Kakashi's. He had some sort of influence in it. It was like, and then it just ended there, and it was like, oh, okay, and literally, it was.
As the title
It's like,
says.
and
So
then.
what happens next, please?
Yeah, I
Um,
think obviously he's done this deliberately. So yeah, whatever's gonna happen next chapter, innit?
he's
What's
spacing things out. I can
yeah.
I can blatantly tell that he doesn't want the story to wrap up too soon.
Mm.
Mm.
So you know what, the good things. Before we go on the negatives, is there any good
You
things
know
in
what?
particular that
There's
you
actually
thought the
one thing
chapter?
which I did think was kind of cool, which is
What's
kind of
that?
like being hinted at. Because, remember, what's it, how the Spiral Zetsu was saying, like, you have both the Uchiha and some Senju DNA. So it'll awaken
Yeah,
abilities which, like, you've never seen before.
he said if they fused with him and his Uchiha body, if they
Yeah,
fused,
no,
then
no, it's like,
yeah,
because
that
obviously they're kind of like, he's got the Senju DNA in him already in it because it's half his
well,
body.
yeah, from
Yeah.
the Gedamazu,
And it's
yeah.
like, didn't you kind of notice how, when you saw that vision of Rin, is
Mm.
seeing from, the Sharingan that's in Kakashi's eye.
So that could
So
have
that's
been
kind of like,
that could have been the yeah.
yeah,
Rinnegan, what you
it's like an
saying?
awakening
Yeah,
of a
that's what I
Rinnegan, which
was
is pretty
thinking.
cool.
That's that's what I was thinking as well. I thought that was really good, the way they kind of built that up.
That's like proper subtle the way he showed that off.
Mm.
I think it's one of those ones you kind of, they kind of underlay it, and it's like if you missed it, you missed it. Like
That-
even though
It's
it
one
was
of
a
the things that
viral
like
thing.
they'll mention it like 20 chapters later, and then
Yeah,
you have to like, oh, I
Yeah,
remember
you have to look
yeah.
back.
it happened that time. Yeah, that's definitely a
So hell,
possibility.
man, that might actually come. Yeah, that might come into effect a hell of a lot later.
Mm.
That's like why he might be able to. I don't know, might be able to manipulate Kakashi or something in their little fight when they go back to present day.
No, it makes sense that there was a scene when Naruto and Sasuke met up again after the time skip, and then Kakashi tried to warp Toby away, and he's like, Kakashi, what the fuck you doing, man? It's not gonna work on me. I don't know if you guys remember that. Like he said, nah, that won't work on
Yeah.
me. And Kakashi's like, damn. So I guess maybe that's why. Like maybe he still has some kind of
Connection.
um But then again, it still kind of voids the whole thing where you should be aware of what Kakashi's going to do before he even does it. Like, when he warped Naruto to his other dimension, he should have been aware that was going to
I
happen.
don't know, man. Maybe it's because he had,
So,
the other eye. Maybe it's because he had the Renegon eye in his other eye, in his eye socket.
yeah,
Might have kind of voided it.
it could be. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I don't. We don't see a relevance to it yet. Maybe later on. At the moment, it's just like he saw it before it happened.
Basically,
Basically,
yeah.
that's all it really
Or he saw it
was.
as it happened.
And yeah, and the good thing, well, I hope this is the explanation to why he was in an older form when he fought the fourth Hokage. I'm hoping they combine bodies
They must, because you
because
never see that
obviously
Zetsu
because
ever again.
yeah, you never see him again. The only thing that Zetsu kind of hints at is that this is where the Spiral Mask came
Exactly.
from,
Mm.
and this is probably how he became so tall when he fought the
Yeah.
fourth.
But other than that, man,
That's the only
You never see this type of Zetsu ever again.
no, because I'm pretty sure all the Zetsus at this point were kind of prototypes. They all kind of looked a bit funky. None of them looked really normal. They just looked a bit, half-assed, half-finished.
Mm.
Like some of them, they've got like half their bodies back. Some of them look completely human. Some of them, ain't got heads that look normal. Look at the Sparrow guy, man. The fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So
but it hasn't even got an eye
yeah,
socket. It hasn't even got an eye. So
exactly.
how the hell do you
Yeah,
see?
yeah. They don't even poop. So
Yeah, that's
um,
what does
but
that feel like?
yeah, so yeah, nothing much happened. You know what I mean? It's just that Kakashi killed Rin. That's what we can take from this chapter at the moment. We don't know if it's really Kakashi or if he was on the Genjutsu, but that's what we saw
Or
this
if it was a
chapter. So
clone.
Mm.
yeah, you never know. But why was he crying?
I have no idea. I guess, yeah, I'm guessing he has to be under control or something, man. He doesn't have
Yeah,
control of his
because
body.
and from we got hinted last chapter that do you blame for Rin's death?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's got to be him.
Mm.
But you guys got any ratings, Raf? So what's your take then, rating wise? And what did you think?
Um, as I said, I thought it was an average chapter, but I'm not gonna really rate it that low. I'll give it a 7. I mean, as I said, as Reese mentioned, like certain subtle hints there, here and there, and I don't know. I guess it's good as a build-up chapter. I can't really call it that bad, so yeah, I definitely give it a 7.
I'm going
Okay.
against that one, man. I'm giving it an 8. So even though
You're
even though
gonna
I was
give it
kind
an
of
8.
disappointed with it, yeah, it's like I don't know, it's still good. No, I was disappointed that
Hmm.
it didn't show that much, but at the same time, it's like it was still good because it still explained still explained a lot. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah. Um, I honestly don't know. I'm kind of between a 7 and an 8 at the moment. Um, I guess we're gonna meet in the middle again, guys.
7.5 it is.
7.5 it was a good like a 7 isn't a bad rating, you know what I mean? It's just that it wasn't the best.
That it just
So
yeah.
7.5, I think a 7.5 is an accurate, accurate, score for the chapter. I think it was all right.
But don't take our word for it. What's your opinion?
There we go.
Yeah.
Weird voice.
Yeah. Yeah, like Reese said, comment and let us know what you think of the chapter, your theories, your, speculations, and obviously subscribe so you can get our videos. And yeah, stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned for more.
See you next week.